Everyone knows that one of the keys to success for any business is marketing. I had no clue that 6 years ago, when my husband moved my family and me from Oklahoma to Colorado to start Integrated Dental, that I would end up being his marketing director. Here is my story. For the first 6 months, my husband was here on his own. I wasn't up here. We were still selling everything back in Oklahoma. He was living out of the office, and the kids and I were living in my parents' house. We came up here $20,000 in the hole. By the time we had bought the practice, bought the building, sold our house, the housing market in Colorado, the vacancy rate was less than 1%. We had 2 kids and a dog. There was very little opportunity for us to rent. The rental properties were all but gone, so our only opportunity was to buy. So my dad gave us a down payment on a house. And that was, of course, the first debt that we paid back. The previous owner of the practice lied about how many patients he had. We were losing patients right and left. The fees were kind of crazy for the area. And it was kind of a dying on the vine practice, and it was still dying when we got here. We weren't getting new patients, and he didn't know why. He didn't know why the hygiene was kind of dying out. He just didn't know, but he knew in order to succeed, we needed new patients coming in the door. But he didn't know how to get them. He came back from daily mass one day, and on his desk, on the top of his mail stack, it could have been anywhere in the mail stack, but on top was a postcard that said, "Do you need new patients now?" And he flipped it over, and it was the Scheduling Institute, and he made the call. He was like, "That's my sign. This is where I need to go." We went 5X with the Scheduling Institute in January of 2014, and our practice exploded. We were seeing 13 new patients a month, and by the end of December of 2014, we were seeing 59 new patients a month. We had to expand and add another operatory, add more staff. We got a second doctor, and we added extended hours. Then I attended my first marketing boot camp with the Scheduling Institute, and our new patient average jumped to 85 a month. We had to expand to more operatories on the other side of our building. It was crazy growth. Production and collection were increasing by an average of 34% every year. It was getting harder and harder for me to do the marketing and the business side.
We were wanting to grow into multiple locations, a minimum 2 starting off, and having her in those positions as both COO and marketer was just not feasible, time-wise, money-wise, and we were just not getting the best of both worlds.
So we finally made that decision to, we made that decision at a Scheduling Institute event at Wealth Management to bite the bullet and hire a marketer. He brought in a lot of his material. It was fabulous. And his first day was boot camp. He started out gung-ho. He was ready. We have a thing in Greeley called movie nights where they do movies in the parks for the city. He made these great boards. He was out at every movie night because we sponsor them. It was fabulous. His community involvement was better than I could ever do.
But something outside of work conditions seemed to have changed finishing the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter.
Nothing was making sense. He couldn't put things together. He couldn't follow a timeline. We increased our new patients by 16. When I say that, we went from 1,024 to 1,040. So there was no true new patient increase. I was going to be gone for 2 weeks for Christmas. I was taking my children back home for a long Christmas vacation, and I had left. I had done project proposals, like these are all the projects that need to get started. I had put due dates on them, check-in dates. He was just the only one he just pushed them all aside and didn't start any of them. And I was like, why? What? And he finally said, "I don't think I'm meant to do this job." When he left, I feel like I went through the 5 stages of grief, right? And there was an angry stage, and it wasn't long. It was I cleaned out his desk, and I was like, "What is this? What is this?" And then we had his name tag up on the board for a while. And the humorous part is his name tag was magnetic, and it was holding this marketing contest flyer. I threw his name tag away, and I took that marketing flyer to the girls, and I took it to the other side. It was when they were having a little meeting, and I said, we're gonna do this. We're gonna win this. I'm like, our stats aren't gonna show it, but our story is. This contest is about our patients and what our patients deserve, and not how he brought us down, and not how he didn't do his job, and not how he didn't do what we expected him to do.
With Jenny back on marketing, we just know our numbers are going to increase. We know that we're all gonna be busier and we're gonna be back to normal.
What we did is we found more value by educating our staff, taking time to invest in the patients that we had. So although the position we feel was maybe a disappointment and a failure, it increased our practice and it made our current staff in the jobs they do better at what they do.
Another thing we're implementing is authority marketing. Dr. Benson's book release happened on April 9th. So we're really focusing on authority marketing and making him an authority in the Greeley area on dentistry.
Marketing has become so multifaceted that you have print marketing, you have social media marketing, you have interpersonal marketing, you have community marketing, that I think we can more or less focus on what this business truly needs, especially, and what the world is currently going to, which is really social media marketing.
And the most important thing I think I learned about myself and about the acceptance was I had spent so much time and energy pointing the finger at him, and I think I should have pointed the finger at myself. Maybe there was something I didn't see. Maybe there was something I didn't give him that he needed, and that was my fault as his peer and as his leader. This contest isn't the end of our story, it's only the beginning. So one of the things I realized as we shot this video today was that we concentrated a lot on what went wrong this year, what we didn't do during this marketing boot camp. But when I reviewed our notes this afternoon, I realized there was a lot we did right. There was a lot we implemented, and I wasn't giving me or my team credit for that. For example, we increased our internal referral budget. We gave away a huge massage chair, which increased our internal referrals from under 50% to over 55%. We started practicing the riches are in the niches. We made our patient avatar that ideal patient we wanted coming through our door every day, and we marketed to them. We did that message to market match, which is so important, and it's how we increased our new patient value from under $2,000 to today almost $2,400 a patient. It's over a $400 increase, which was really amazing. So although our new patients haven't necessarily increased, the value of what's walking through our door has, and they're quality patients. We've started doing sequences. We plan out our campaigns. We plan out everything we're going to do now. We have an Invisalign campaign coming out, and we're working the sequence on that, and we're following those due dates. We are practicing our category of one statement of changing the way you go to the dentist. But beyond that, we're going to change the way we do marketing, and we're gonna change the way we get our practice name out there. This is a new chapter, and we're gonna kill it. We have set huge goals for this year, and to be quite honest, we're not making them. We're not reaching them yet, but that doesn't get us down. It only has rejuvenated us. And these big goals, if we make them, the entire team gets to go to Disneyland. Who wouldn't want to make those goals? My team is rallying around me, and I promise to rally around my team. There might not be another contest like this, but I promise you, if you visit us in a year, we're gonna kill it this next year, and we will meet our goals.